have not at all lost confidence in the team of lawyers that we've put together. We're very confident in them, and we trust that they're doing a good job. It is a good thing that the courts have decided that tomorrow they will deliver ruling on both issues. The PI that was taken out and also on our application. We live to fight another day, and we shall continue to fight. I know that President Hakainde is under so much pressure that Kabushi and Kwacha have become more important than the nation of Zambia, that he has decided to abandon governing this country. Kabushi, door to door in Kwacha, when the job that he applied for is the #1 job in the country, that of governing the country, it is quite clear that the job has become heavy. Jamulemenaji Budu Mwanawe, Jalemaji Budu State House. Now he has decided that he will go and start gallivanting because it's easier to go door to door and say nothing. He's going there door to door. The truth of the matter is that whether he likes it or not, the law is very clear. The Constitutional Court already declared that both Malanji and Lusambo are eligible to contest these elections. Whether he thinks that by going there is going to intimidate the judges and so on is a matter that we shall handle at a later stage. My message to the Zambians, and especially my message to members of the Patriotic Front, is that we are not going to win the fight and lose the battle. We are going to make sure that whatever breaches he puts in our way, we are going to overcome them until we win the battle. There is no way that the Patriotic Front is going to abandon Lusambo and Malanji simply because Hakainde is fearful of them. There is no way. We shall stand by them until this matter is brought to its fair conclusion. And the fair conclusion for us would be even just a declaration that the ECZ were wrong. Then we'll be vindicated. Here we're not fighting for Malanji and Lusambo, we're fighting for posterity. If we make a mistake now as the Patriotic Front and throw in the towel and say, let them just go ahead, then we'll have set a very dangerous precedence for the future. We have to make sure that we protect Zambia and protect the efficacy of the laws. We are not going to allow anyone to bring in dictatorial tendencies where he thinks that he alone will even decide on which candidates we shall field. It is up to us, opposition political parties, to decide our candidates, the candidates who will face his candidates. He is so weakened by his own imagination. He knows that his candidates are so weak on the ground, they cannot face Malanji, they cannot face Lusambo. But the truth of the matter is that one day we shall be vindicated. I want to borrow his own saying. Ubuchenjeshi kwa nko, kungwa tasakamana. Ubuchenjeshi kwa Hakainde, PF tasakamana. Over this matter, no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes, we shall make sure that the whole world is made aware of the fact that there is one president who has come to rule Zambia with the intention of destroying democracy, with the intention of entrenching one-party politics in the country. This is the reason why he's so happy he's going into Ndola, into Kitwe, to try and send a message to the High Court that what they're doing here is irrelevant. And yet, had he been a president who knows that he's governing over the millions of Zambians, he should have known that the interest of Malanji and the interest of Lusambo are also his responsibility as president. Now, you saw what happened with the Minister of Justice, going into court and actually passing notes to lawyers to argue a case involving citizens, meaning that on that day that minister stopped being a minister responsible for Malanji's rights and for Lusambo's rights. He became a minister only for the rights of those who are in his political party. This is exactly what Hakainde Sami Hijirema has done. But I want to remind you, BMW, be reminded, my friend, that the lies will catch up with you one day. And once they do, you shall be left all by yourself. People will call you for what you are doing, going out there and trying to destroy democracy. Members of my political party, stand firm, stand strong. Don't you relent. Whether these elections take place or not, the truth of the matter is that we shall not stop fighting for the rights of Bowman Lusambo and the rights of Malanji. We shall fight until the day when we're vindicated. To give up the fight now is to be willing to be governed under a dictatorial system. We must show that we're going to stop Hagainde. When he wants to misrule us, we shall resist. If we don't do it now, no one will do it for us. People of Kwacha, people of Kabushi, tomorrow when you come here, I shall also come and give you some information on what to do, depending on what the courts say tomorrow. I'll come back here and give you information on the next course of action. For now, remain resilient. Allow Bali to walk around door to door. Let him bus people from all parts of the Copper Door to try and create an impression that he's getting rallies when actually everybody knows that those people are hired. Let him continue with that. Lose no sleep over this. Don't lose heart. The future is within our means and the future shall vindicate us. Thank you.
There are rumors that one of the two candidates is vouching not to stand. What's your clarification over that?
The Constitution is very clear.
No. Among the two candidates,
yes,
there are rumors that one is ready to pull out, among Mr. Malanja and Mr. Lusambo.
That has not come to the attention of the acting president of the Patriotic Front.
Okay. And
I'd be very shocked if any one of them decided to do that. Because as a matter of fact, they must see that they are getting support even from other candidates who are showing disharmony and dishappiness with the fact that these elections are not being handled in a manner that is giving any semblance of normalcy. This is the reason why some of them are even threatening to pull out. And I also want to call out the ACC. Ever since when has the ACC become so interested in an election where they even call candidates and warn them against pulling out? Withdrawing from a campaign, withdrawing from an election is a right of every person who files in. They file in voluntarily. If a person realizes that there is no chance of them winning because the ballot papers only have one name, why should they continue? They will pull out. So ACC, please follow people if they have corruption cases. Don't follow people to intimidate them and force them that if they withdraw, they will be under fire. I know of a president who has been told that if his candidate withdraws, they are going to open up cases against him. That is not the way to govern the country. That is governing the country by blackmail. We don't want blackmailers to come and rule this country. Now, we told Zambians in 2021, we told them, we said, please don't you make a mistake of electing a person who has never won an election in his life. He has never been councillor, he has never been member of parliament, and you make him president. Look, man, what did you tell about? Because the man doesn't even understand what it means to be a candidate. This is the reason why he thinks that he can intimidate people. Don't pull out. If a person decides that I've run out of money, I'm going to pull out, who is the Anti-Corruption Commission to intimidate? That is wrong. And if any of the two people have spoken to somebody saying they're not willing to continue, I can assure you that that's just a rumor which I wouldn't bank on, because I know that Bowman Lusambo and Malanji over this matter are not fighting just because they want to continue to be members of parliament. No, they are fighting for their right, and they are fighting for the prosperity of this country. After the case has been won and they decide, you may be shocked that after that they even say we don't want, but Tamunyari Saona Kuti, he cannot intimidate us. That is the cause here. It's not just a question of them being on the ballot paper. It's a question of respecting the rule of law and a question of making sure that justice prevails. Justice ought to be seen. That's what we're fighting. Any other questions?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Pamela.